off to the right.
And now Penn-Trafford working with some urgency. They still have 2 timeouts, but nearing about a minute left. They don't want to waste too much time. Louver's going to fake a pass, and now he will air it out deep down the field, and that's incomplete. Didn't really fully sell out on that pump fake, if that was the intention, and overshot Ponko by quite a bit.
Good coverage by the corner there for Latrobe. Danny Noonan all over Weishar there.
Yeah, he's one of the guys that had to step up this year. Gasky, another. We mentioned Sawyer Butina working his way back. They lost a couple of starters from the cornerback positions in Jaton Williams and Nick Stump from a year ago. Louver's going to run it. Little draw play, and I think he might have the first down.
Yeah, that's usually Carr running the ball, but Louver, nice job picking up 10 yards.
Clock continues to run. Wetzel on the tackle. He has 80 of them entering tonight's game. Whipple spinning off of a hit, and he gets about 7. I'm surprised that they didn't use their second timeout there.
Yeah, 30 seconds.
And now the time's really ticking down. That seems like a missed opportunity to stop the clock. Louver, short pass and incomplete. So now it stops, but only 19 seconds remain. So basically, you need to get the first down, and if so, you probably take a timeout immediately. And
or
then you're
spike it, yeah, or spike it.
Well, you have the 2 timeouts. I think you would have to take one immediately, but then you're looking, maybe 13 seconds to try to get in field goal. Buckeye got up, and you give him credit, right? I mean, he was doing everything he could to get up as quick as possible. But I think at that point, if you have 1 timeout, you probably don't want to use it there. But with 2 of them, it seemed like a no-brainer to take it immediately. So they do get the timeout. Maybe John Rowan was telling an official along the sidelines the whole time that they were trying to use it.
Yeah, but that was a really, really nice play. It sort of looked like Carr was going to run speed option to the right here with Whipple being in the pitch relationship. He pulls up, and Latrobe lost Bodeye coming across the field. It's almost a touchdown, really.
Yeah, if that's a better throw, that is 7 points.
It's a great catch.
Well, they're certainly in field goal range now. And with 1 timeout, you can pretty much call whatever if you're John Rowan.
And I wouldn't be surprised if 34 is involved in this play somehow, because they could still run it, like you said, with 1
Now, the only
timeout.
Drawback is if you run it, you have to use the timeout if you don't get in, and then you probably have to just kick the field goal immediately afterwards.
Yep. If you throw it, you can probably throw it 2 times.
From the 8-yard line, fake to Whipple. Louver, corner of the end zone, incomplete. Weissar the target. 9 seconds remaining. I think they will keep the offense out for another play.
Yeah, 1 more play.
And you can throw it anywhere on the field here, including over the middle, because you have that timeout. The only thing you can't afford to do is let the time run out.
Exactly, if you scramble around too long. Yeah, it got to be a quick hitter, quick throw.
Bodeye checks out. Dom Smith, who was the offensive dynamo last week, checks in. Giese and Ponko to the far side. Whipple and Weissar to the near side. Empty set and a timeout for Greater Latrobe. Yep. Well, with this quick break, we'll want to congratulate our Week 8 Westmoreland Sports Network Player of the Week, Jared Garn of Mount Pleasant. Garn caught a touchdown pass. He rushed for a touchdown. He kicked a field goal, and he was 4 for 4 on PATs at the Vikings win over Derry area last week. Congrats to our other finalists, John Wetzel of Greater Latrobe and Bell Vernon area's Curdy Wade. Watch back to the interviews with all of our Player of the Week winners on our YouTube channel.
There was some, Penn-Trafford emptied the backfield there. They were in just with Louver in the backfield as a quarterback. Latrobe, the defense coordinator, Lou Kaiser, recognized something. He didn't like defense that they had called and quickly called a timeout.
And Kaiser has been around the Wildcats for quite a while. He, the DC, Tom McIntyre, the OC. Mentioned Brady has a background on the defensive side as well. It's actually not the first head coaching gig for Ron Brady. He was at Caroline High School in Virginia as the head man, but that was quite a while ago before he came to Penn-Trafford and spent 10 years as an assistant coach under Ruane at his alma mater.
Second and goal for Penn-Trafford.
Second and goal from the 7, 9 seconds remain. Again, they have Louver in an empty set, 5 wide. Louver, short pass is complete, and it is a touchdown for Smith. There is a flag, I believe, thrown right around where Louver let that pass go.
It's on Penn-Trafford. I think it could be a hold.
We've got a holding penalty.
And so now Ruane almost certainly will have to go for the field goal.
This is a nice route by Smith. Little whip route back outside.
Septak,
man.
Septak had the hold there.
That's a beautiful route. All for naught.
Yep. Well, at least there's some confidence that if they get Dom Smith one-on-one again, as someone's going to have to pick up that flag, I would imagine. There we go. So it becomes far from a chip shot.
Will attempt a 34-yard field goal.
And Ron Prady's saying something to the official, maybe about where it's spotted. All right, so that last play started at the 7, and they spotted it 10 yards back.
At the 17, yeah.
So this is about 34 yards.
Number 15, Johnny Louver.
For the freshman Miller, who has a good leg. Trying to extend this to a 2-score game. 34-yard attempt for Miller. Kick is up, it has the distance, and that kick is good.
Right down the middle. Nice kick.
Clutch boot by the 9th grader, Jack Miller. And that will do it for the first half.
Latrobe Wildcats, 7.
Points with all zeros on the clock. The Warriors take a 17-7 lead into the locker room. Final game of the regular season. It's a Westmoreland County clash. Penn-Trafford, Greater Latrobe, right here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Alzheimer's disease, believe it or not, kills more people than breast cancer and prostate cancer combined. Up until recently, healthcare options to treat Alzheimer's disease were quite limited. We had oral medications, but they were not known to change the underlying trajectory of the disease. Recently, new medications have been released. These medications are infusions that have actually been shown in studies to change the course of the disease itself. We are honored to be the first in our region to provide these medications to our patients. My uncle suffers from Alzheimer's. I have seen the tragedy of this disease, and I have seen its effect on my entire family. At Independence Health System, we are offering our patients and their families the latest in diagnostic techniques, the latest in drug therapies, and most importantly, we are offering them hope in the fight against Alzheimer's disease.
Having plumbing issues? Level Green Plumbing and Heating can help. Level Green Plumbing and Heating specializes in drain and sewer service, water heater installation and repair, excavating and trenching, and if you have frozen pipes this winter, they can get that water flowing again. Level Green Plumbing and Heating is open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, with emergency service available anytime. Call 412-372-5544 or visit lgph.com. Cheer on your favorite school in style this season with shirts, hoodies, caps, and a whole lot more from Logo It by L&J Spiritwear. Stop into Logo It's fully stocked store on Walnut Street in Harrison City, where you can browse the latest fits featuring Penn-Trafford, Norwin, Hempfield, and Jeanette High Schools. Logo It also designs custom uniforms and apparel. Open Tuesday through Saturday or online anytime at lnjspiritwear.com.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Shula General Contractors specializes in transforming the most important space, your home. With our team, your kitchen, bathroom, basement remodel, deck, or addition will be constructed by licensed, insured professionals. We also have extensive background in new home construction with building lots available in Penn Township. As an approved VA builder, we make life at home easier for our most deserving heroes. Call 724-744-4290 or shulacontractors.com.
bottle. The Penn-Trafford High School Band would like to wish the staff and students of the Greater Latrobe High School Marching Band and their director, Mr. Ryan Chekai, continued excellence and safe travel throughout their 2024 season. We would also like to congratulate the Greater Latrobe High School Marching Band class of 2025 and wish them well in all of their future endeavors. The Penn-Trafford High School Band will be performing at the Tournament of Bands Pennsylvania State Championship tomorrow afternoon in Altoona. Our performance time is 4:15. The Penn-Trafford High School Band would also like to wish our cheerleaders the best of luck at their competition in Ohio on Sunday.
Good evening, Wildcat fans, and welcome to Memorial Stadium. Our marching band will be performing at the conclusion of tonight's game, but now we would like to celebrate the accomplishments of our 2025 Wildcat Marching Band seniors. Nathaniel Billett. Nathaniel Billett is the son of Clifford Billett and Terry Rush. He is escorted tonight by Clifford Billett and his brother, Gabriel. He has been a member of the Wildcat Marching Band for 4 years and is the captain of the Low Winds section. Nate performs with the concert band, wind ensemble, and jazz cats in addition to marching band. Nate also performs in rock ensemble in the bands The Wet Floor Signs and Cacophony. He is a proud member of the Chicken Nugget Club, is a member of the Tri-M Music Honor Society, and in his 3rd season of Pet Band. His future goals are to attend a 4-year college and major in music education. Nate would like to thank his previous captain, Landon Shine, and his amazing directors for their support every step of the way. Jack Dixon. Jack Dixon is escorted by his parents, Matthew and Jenny Dixon. He has been in the Wildcat Marching Band for 2 years as part of the Low Winds and Clarinet section, and is now a drum major as well as a sousaphone player. He participates in many additional clubbing activities, his favorite being drama club. His favorite productions have been Pippin, where he played Pippin, Father of the Bride, where he played Stanley Banks, and The Wizard of Oz, where he was the Scarecrow. Jack is also an Eagle Scout with Troop 311, a Chamber Choir President, Tri-M President, Pep Band enthusiast, and a PMEA All-State vocalist. As an athlete, he is a varsity track and field member, as a javelin thrower, and also on the bowling team. Other clubs include the National Honor Society, the Chicken Nugget Club, Tri-M Music Honor Society, and the Theater Honor Society. Jack plans to attend Penn State University for architectural engineering and to try out for the Blue Band next fall. Jack would like to thank God for all of the blessings that he's been giving me every day, his parents and family for their incredible support, his amazing friend and other drum major, Regina, as well as the entire Wildcat Marching Band for all the incredible memories they have given him. His advice is to always try new things and take chances. You never know where they might take you. Benjamin Fear. Benjamin Fear is escorted by his parents, Darcy and Jeffrey Fear, and his sister, Katie Fear. Ben has been in the Wildcat Marching Band for 3 years and is currently the captain of the trumpet section. Ben is a member of the FCA, the Lighthouse Team, National Honor Society, German National Honor Society, Tri-M, Jazz Cats, and has participated in multiple musicals. In the future, Ben plans to attend St. Vincent College to become a computer science major. Ben would like to thank his parents for supporting him through all the activities he has done throughout his high school career. He would also like to thank his section for sticking with him through the season. Some advice he would like to share is, no matter how many times it's said, your marching band years will move fast,
Spend every moment wisely.
Evan Teixeira. Evan Teixeira is the son of Marla and Todd Teixeira. He is escorted tonight by his parents, his brother Dante, and Sierra Eka. He has been in the Wildcat Marching Band for 2 years as part of the low wing section. Evan participates in the National Honor Society, Tri-Am, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Letterman's Club, Jazz Cats, Wind Ensemble, Concert Band, and has performed in both plays and musicals for all 4 of his high school years. He's also volunteered as a counselor at 6th grade camp. He served 9 years at St. Cecilia's as an altar server. He's employed at Idlewild for 4 years as a storybook character. He's been active in Westmoreland County 4-H for 9 years, showing dairy cows at multiple fairs. Evan has also volunteered as a counselor at his regional 4-H camp. In the future, Evan plans to find an apprenticeship as a surveyor. Evan would like to thank his father and mother for always being there and pushing him, and for all of his directors for helping him along the way. His favorite memory was blowing his eardrums out on the bumper bus. Some advice that he would like to give to the underclassmen is enjoy the little moments. They are bigger than they appear to be.
Ethan Gautner. Ethan Gautner is the son of Cheryl and Eric Gautner. He will be escorted by his parents, Cheryl and Eric Gautner, and his sister, Carly. This is Ethan's first year in the Wildcat Marching Band as part of the Low Wind section. Ethan is a member of the National Honor Society, Chicken Nugget Club, Spanish National Honor Society, Tri-Am Music Honor Society, the Wildcat Bowling Team, and the Wind Ensemble. Ethan would like to thank his family for always being there to support him and all the activities he participates in.
Trinity Guy. Trinity is escorted tonight by her parents, Joe and Marty, and her sister Kennedy. This is her first year in the Wildcat Marching Band as part of the Color Guard. Trinity enjoys working at the Cats Cafe. She participates in Wildcat Works and has also participated in chorus. Trinity's future plans are to work with her parents at their family daycare, T&K Daycare here in Latrobe. Trinity would like to thank her mom, dad, and sister for helping her throughout high school. She would also like to thank Mrs. Beakus, Mrs. Wilson, Mrs. Dunn, and Mr. T for helping her complete her schooling.
Layla Klosky. Layla Klosky is escorted tonight by her parents, Dr. Joseph Klosky and Mrs. Bridget Klosky. She has been in the Wildcat Marching Band for 4 years as part of the Alto Mellow section. Layla has been performing on stage since she was 10. Productions include Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and Peter Pan and Wendy. Musicals include Bye Bye Birdie, Pippin, and The Wizard of Oz. She is a certified lifeguard at the Aerobic Center and Charter Oak Pool. She is on the Greater Latrobe Girls Wrestling team. In the future, Layla plans to pursue a career in childcare, perhaps starting as a teacher's assistant. She has no immediate plans for college. This summer she will be a camp counselor and lifeguard at the church camp she has attended since she was 9. She would like to thank her mom and dad for all their help, love, and support throughout the year. She would also like to thank Mr. Tekai, the rest of the staff, and all her friends for all their help and encouragement.
Josephine Kubis. Josephine is escorted by their mother, Jessica Kubis. Josie has been with the Wildcat Marching Band for 1 year and is going on their 2nd year in pep band and as part of the drum line. Throughout high school, Josie has participated in the rock ensemble, the bowling team, the girls wrestling team, the softball team, and the winter guard equipment team. In the future, Josie plans to attend the University of Kentucky for environmental geology. Josie would like to show appreciation for her mother for being adventurous and hardworking, as well as always getting the best taught. Thank you to all of the music teachers that they've been taught by for encouraging and being supportive throughout the years. To all their friends who continue to be kind and optimistic and who inspire others to do their best, whatever that may look like. A special thanks to everyone involved in the Friday night football game, whether in color guard, marching band, cheerleading, the band, or the football team. Over these past 4 years, getting to experience such a wonderful environment has made lasting memories. Finally, Josephine would like to thank their aunts and community members for being such a wonderful role models, for teaching them how to be brave, grateful, caring, and true to themselves.
Raina Lucas. Raina Lucas is escorted by her parents, Jada and Brian Lucas, and her sister, Allison Lucas. She has been a performer for 14 years with various organizations and has been a member of the Color Guard and the Wildcat Marching Band for 4 years, and is a Color Guard senior leader as well as an equipment manager. In addition to Color Guard, Raina also participates in the Winter Guard and is a Winter Guard leader. She is an active member of the Spanish National Honor Society and also plays in the concert band as the first chair clarinet. For her future, Raina plans to become an educator to English and Spanish speakers, as well as look into social working, criminal justice, and psychology fields. Raina would like to thank her mother for always being her #1 supporter and for never giving up on her, even when limits were pushed. She would also like to extend a huge thank you to all of her coaches and directors for always seeing the best in her, even when she couldn't. She would also like to recognize her teammates for always giving her a reason to smile, even when she couldn't find a reason to. She would also like to tell her teammates to never forget the people that have helped you along the way. You will learn to love the people around you, and they will become memories you never forget.
Sydney Lucan. Sydney is escorted by her parents, Michael and Danielle Lucan. She has been a member of the Color Guard and the Wildcat Marching Band for over 4 years, is a Color Guard cheerleader, and for the past 3 years has served as the uniform manager. Sydney is a member of the National Honor Society, Science National Honor Society, Lou Capitella, and serves as Service Hour Chairman. She's also a 3-year letterman of the girls' varsity swim team and a member of the pep band. For her future, Sydney would like to attend university and obtain a Master's of Physician Assistant Studies degree, hoping to specialize in pediatrics. Sydney would like to thank her parents for all of their love and support and showing her the importance of enjoying every moment.
Nick Rochelle. Nick Rochelle is escorted by his grandpap, Lee Wilkers, his mother, Katie Rochelle, and his sister, Haley Rochelle. Nick is a trombone player in the low winds and is in his 2nd year of marching band. In addition to marching band, Nick performs with the wind ensemble and the concert band. After graduating, Nick plans to go to school for either computer programming or music. Nick would like to thank his grandparents for being supportive and for being by his side throughout his time in the marching band, and his parents for keeping up with all his activities. He would also like to thank all his friends from the marching band who kept a positive attitude even when things were not going their way. Nick encourages underclassmen to keep their heads up when things go wrong because there is always a plus side to everything. Just think positive and don't let things stop you. Try your hardest.
Maddie Sloan. Maddie is escorted by her parents, Stacy and Bernie Stray, and her grandfather, Russ Nico. Maddie is the daughter of Stacy and Bernie Stray and the late Chuck Sloan Jr. She's played the flute and piccolo in the Wildcat Marching Band for 4 years, serving as the flute section captain in both her junior and senior years. Maddie has performed in the Latrobe School Musical and has also been a member of the pit orchestra for the musical. She's been in the wind ensemble for 2 years and attended both Fay West Honor Band and Athena Honor Band her sophomore year. Her junior year, she attended the PME District Band and was inducted into Tri-M Music Honor Society. This year, she will be attending District Band again and County Band. She has also been participating in the pep band for the last 3 years. For the future, Maddie is planning to attend a 4-year university to pursue a degree in psychology and would like to continue making music as part of the university's marching band. Maddie would like to thank her mom for always being by her side and pushing her to be her very best. She would also like to thank her family for always attending all of her home games and musicals throughout the years. And thank her grandfather for building the GL for all the senior night events. She She'd also like to thank all of the directors for pushing her to be her best. Her favorite memory from marching band was attending all of the band trips, with her favorite being the trip to Nashville, Tennessee, in her sophomore year. Maddie's advice for the band is to hold on to the music and hold on to the memories.
Duncan Stevenson. Duncan Stevenson is escorted by his parents, Joe and Beth Stevenson, who is this year's drumline captain and has been a member of the drumline for 4 years with the Wildcat Marching Band. Duncan is a member of the National Honor Society, Tri-M Honor Society, Science National Honor Society, New Alpha Theta Math Honor Society, Spanish National Honor Society, Wind Ensemble, an Eagle Scout, a member of Pet Band, a member of the Jazz Scouts, and a member of a rock ensemble. He wants to attend a 4-year college and then go to medical school to become a doctor. Duncan would like to thank his mom and dad for their love and support. He would also like to thank Mr. Checkai for his leadership, Dr. Franco for his guidance and patience, and Mr. Almond for his drumline expertise, and always helping along the way. Finally, he would like to thank all the members of the drumline for their friendship, hard work, and dedication. Duncan's advice for the band is to enjoy it while you can, because before you know it, it will all be over.
Emma Stewart. Emma is being escorted by Anne-Marie and older brother Zachary Stewart. Emma is the daughter of Anne-Marie Stewart. She's been a member of the Color Guard in the Wildcat Marching Band for 4 years, is Color Guard senior leader, and served as first-year equipment manager. In addition to Color Guard, Emma is also a member of Winter Guard and the Winter Guard senior leader. She is a member of the National Arts Honor Society for her second year, and enjoys writing poetry and reading books in her free time. For the future, Emma plans to go to nursing school at Pitt Greensburg. Emma would like to thank her mom for being a role model, for being her best friend, being there for when she needed support and guidance, and for being her voice when she wasn't strong enough. She would like to thank her grandparents for always being there to cheer her on and to drive her to practice. She'd also like to thank her older sister for always being a great role model throughout life. Emma would also like to thank her directors and marching band for pushing her and believing in her. She will miss all of the fun times that she had with them during the season. She would also like to thank the Color Guard for being such great people, and she loves to see how far they've come since each one of them started. She will miss all of the energy that they bring. Her quote would be, "We're going to look back at this and be glad that we kept on going. Keep it up, you're almost there."
Regina Zeza. Regina Zeza is the daughter of Hannah and Claire Zeza. She is one of this year's drum majors for the Wildcat Marching Band and a part of the trumpet section. She has been playing the trumpet in the band for 4 years, serving as section captain in both the sophomore and junior year. Regina also serves as the marching band vice president her junior year and is the current marching band president. She has attended the PMEA All-State Festival for both concert band and orchestra. She participates in Pet Band, Wind Ensemble, Tri-M National Honor Society, serving as vice president, Pit Orchestra for Latrobe Musical, and is a 4-year member of the Jazz Scouts. Outside of band, Regina is a member of the National Honor Society.
A lengthy halftime show, actually delaying the start of the second half. The teams are ready to go, but it is picture time for the band celebrating the senior night here. They got the big G and the big L out there. I would imagine John Ruane's probably not thrilled at this. Have you ever dealt with, I'm sure you have at some point, whether it be weather-related or not, unexpected delay? It's probably not that easy to keep everyone from getting restless.
It's funny you mention that because sitting to our left is Paul Schofield down here at Connersville. One of the first years I was the head coach at Latrobe, they had an anniversary at homecoming at Connersville, and they brought every homecoming queen from when the high school was in the 60s.
The Connersville Cokers.
At Connersville Cokers, Connersville Falcons, Dunbar Mules, they had them all out there. And the halftime must have lasted for 40 minutes. And we didn't know about that going in, but it didn't matter because Connersville was really good then.
The teams came out, they did their warm-ups, and then when they thought they were ready to go, there was about another, 3 to 5 minutes?
Oh, exactly.
They had to wait?
Yep.
The probe will be kicking off.
They had a stretch again.
So the Warriors, who got that last-second field goal, going to try to bookend it here. They will get the opening kickoff from Roman Agostoni, the record-setting soccer player for Greater Latrobe. Team won its first ever postseason game this year. Cheplik on the return. And he just can't get out of the tackle there as Aiden Roach hangs on for dear life.
You can tell he gets going quickly there on those returns. He was, again, a step or two away from hitting that crease.
Ball will be flagged at the 30-yard line.
So the 30-yard line is where this drive begins for Penn-Trafford. Warriors scored a touchdown on their first offensive drive. It began on the plus side of midfield, and then they got a defensive score that you're going to see right here. Johnny Wetzel picked off. It was Whipple initially, and then it deflected to Carr, who took it back as Whipple with a strong run to begin the third quarter. He gets about 7 yards.
And, Whipple was relatively quiet in the first half, but as we found out here at halftime, he still had 55 yards.
Yeah, on pace to get over 100 yards, and he's ascended up the record books one more notch. He is now fourth all-time in career rushing yards for Penn-Trafford. He passed Manny Simpson, who I had a chance to see. He was an impressive player.
The ones in front of him were very, very impressive.
Devin Austin next up on the list. He was part of that team about a decade ago that had some great seasons, made a championship game against Pittsburgh Central Catholic, as that's going to be a first down for Whipple.
And Whipple jumped over somebody. Didn't he have a penalty there once for doing that?
Yes, he did.
That wasn't blatant. Bronson there on the tackle for Latrobe. He's a nice inside linebacker.
First and 10, Penn-Trafford on the 41-yard line.
Talking about some of those past Warriors teams, you think of the Lafoons at quarterback, and they were pretty special players at this level. We talked about the traditions with the Lisbons, and Derek Carr's brother Ethan was a great player for Penn-Trafford.
I remember those first two running backs, Gavrish and Snyder. They were great players.
I'm not sure what John Rowan is mad about, but he's directing something towards the official. I don't think that this is a Penn-Trafford timeout, but we will take a break nonetheless. Just over a minute and a half gone, third quarter, 17-7 PT.
Shula General Contractors specializes in transforming the most important space, your home. With our team, your kitchen, bathroom, basement remodel, deck, or addition will be constructed by licensed, insured professionals. We also have extensive background in new home construction with building lots available in Penn Township. As an approved VA builder, we make life at home easier for our most deserving heroes. Call 724-744-4290 or shulacontractors.com.
So a timeout by Penn-Trafford. We're not sure exactly what John Rowan was trying to articulate to the officials there, but it is a charged timeout on PT. You think maybe communication device issue?
I think so, because when he came out, he didn't have his headset on his head, and another guy was holding it. So I don't know, but now they both sidelines have their headsets on.
It is first down. It's a weird time to use a timeout in the second half. Direct snap to Tasso Whipple. And not a lot there. Well defended by Greater Latrobe. Wildcats defensively have been very solid. Now, you see 17 points in the first half, but remember 7 of those came on a pick six. And then the final 3 came on a long field goal. The first 7 came on a short field.
Short field, yes. So that special teams, again, for Penn-Trafford has played a role. They pinned Latrobe inside the 10 on the first kickoff.
Bell Vernon area has pulled ahead of Trinity 21-14. Winner of that one automatically in the playoffs. Nothing will be automatic for Greater Latrobe. With the win, the Wildcats still would have to wait and see tomorrow what the committee decides as Whipple gets another carry. 3 spots guaranteed in from each conference in 5A, and then 3 wild card spots total amongst the 3 conferences, but you don't have to take a wild card from each conference. And it certainly seems like this conference will probably get 1 wild card. Allegheny 6, the consensus is will get 2, and the Northeast will not get any. Yeah. Now that could change, but I would say probably the odds are favoring that.
Yeah, Moon and South Fayette.
That one is intercepted by Andy Tash, and there's a second pick six of the night. This time, Greater Latrobe strikes defensively.
Great anticipation there by Tash. He sort of lulled Louver into throwing that, but made a great break on the football.
43-yard touchdown.
Pick 6 times 2. A couple of safeties have found the end zone. Derek Carr first, and now Andy Tash, the younger brother of Alex, getting his team right back in it. Agostoni trying to make this a 3-point game. What a massive momentum change there. High snap, but it's put down nicely by Prahovic. The kick misses, so it stays a 4-point game. 17-13, Penn-Trafford in front, but Wildcats mounting a comeback on WSN.
Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Hansen. And I'm Dr. Jeff Donatelli, and we're the dentists here at Aesthetic Family Dental at Manor Harrison City Road. Our belief in high-quality care can be seen through our modern technology and digital workflow. We use 3D x-rays for implant planning. We have an in-house lab where we custom design crowns utilizing high-strength porcelain.
At our office, we believe in preventative care. However, if we do have to do some type of intervention, I will perform the same type of dentistry that I do on my own family.
Hey, Westmoreland Sports Network fans. This is local State Farm agent Alex Hetrick. As a former high school and college athlete, I know the importance of youth sports and the funding needed to make it all happen. Reach out to my office after the game to get your free quote started, and be sure to mention your favorite team so I can make a donation to their athletic department. All you need to do is head to insurewestmoreland.com or text 724-575-7392 requesting your free quote, and we'll reach out to you with your customized policies. Thanks, and enjoy the game.
Over on the 20-yard line.
Kick goes into the end zone for a touchback. A defensive play by Andy Tash. A pick 6 has Greater Latrobe right back in this one.
On his own 48-yard line, went 52 yards, untouched. Great anticipation by Tash, who has an offer already from West Virginia University.
Yeah, his brother also was offered by the Mountaineers, ultimately settled upon Penn State. We mentioned Marshall, the future home of John Wetzel. It is a team that has plenty of high-end talent, certainly. So this drive begins at the 20 for the Warriors. Now they need to strike back. Whipple, spinning, gets about 8 on first down.
And it seems like in the games that I've seen Penn-Trafford play, a lot of times in the second half, Whipple gets better and better as the game goes on. There's an 8-yard gain there, 9-yard gain.
It's kind of like Kyle Dupill at Franklin Regional. I think those guys are, while different running styles, kind of the same story.
Yeah, they get better as the game goes on.
Very similar in terms of their production this year, as that will be a first down pickup.
The quarterback keeper, gain of about
Carr
4.
that time on the run. Well, Louver, certainly throughout his career, he has been plagued by interceptions. He threw 13 of them a year ago. That is his 9th of this season, but I think he's gotten much better at it as this season's gone along.
Yeah, Carr's been an effective runner, and plus he had the one big throw in the first half also to set up the field goal at the end of the half.
And that was set up because of the threat of him running. From the 34, Carr's going to tuck this one. And Bronson nearly blew him up in the backfield. Carr sidesteps him, but is able to get just a yard out of it. Good penetration by Greater Latrobe. Starting to maybe sniff blood a little bit defensively.
Yes, that was Scarton there, number 78. Marco Scarton, really nice play there.
Gain of 1.
He's playing the nose guard now. They roll some kids in there on the defensive line.
One of 3 Scarton brothers on the roster. Second and 9. Geesey shifts from the near to the far. Hand off to Whipple. He takes it that direction. Now cuts it upfield. Flag comes flying, but if it stands, it'll be a 65-yard Whipple touchdown. Based on the Warriors' reaction, it does not look like it'll stand. Geesey and Louver could not believe it.
I think
Luca Butler also does not seem happy.
Coach Royane had a little talk with the official before. I think could have another one here, maybe.
It is interesting to see 2 players that adamantly opposing it. A holding. Let's see, was it maybe 51 the guilty party?
On 87? I don't know. Well, that's, the defender, Myers just spun. Looks like the left arm is a little bit out.
Well, it certainly wasn't egregious.
No.
Second down. On the 26.
Well, that could be a game-changing call there.
Penn-Trafford.
No 65-yard touchdown. Instead, it backs it up for a 2nd and 19. Carr's going to run it. And he's brought down by Timmy Myers and crew. It's going to bring up a 3rd and long. Now, do you go to the air if you're John Royane?
I think you have to here, 3rd and 16. I mean, you're in your own territory. Obviously, you're not going to go for it on 4th down. So you got to take a shot, I think. We haven't heard from Weishar all night. I don't think he's caught a ball yet.
Well, the credit to the secondary. Obviously, we knew the safeties are great, but the corners, some guys that don't have a ton of experience. And they've been thrust into pretty big roles this year. Gasky and Noonan in particular. Mentioned Butina kind of coming back, but still limited in his return from injury. Louver rolling. He's looking down the field. And now he lofts it out, and Smith has it. A 1st down and more. And he lowers the boom at the end of that run and bowls over Greater Latrobe's Tyler Bauer.
I tell you, Dom Smith, he runs this like a linebacker after he catches it. That was good protection by the PTO line, gave Louver a lot of time. Smith kept running, coming across the field, and he finishes the run here.
Sure does. Bauer's a volleyball player as well. He probably felt like he got spiked on that one. Now at the 43 in Wildcats territory. Penalty negated a Whipple touchdown earlier on this drive. They give it back to Tasso. This time a pickup of about 3.
About a 4-yard gain.
There's
Butler's
Luca.
slow to get up here.
We don't know for sure, but we think he was the one who was the guilty party on that holding penalty. It's been a pretty quick moving game with the exception of the extended halftime.
Yeah, for sure. Both teams, predominantly running the ball tonight.
Approaching 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Louver to the far side in the flats, and Geesey has the 1st down on the yards after catch.
Louver's pass.
Nice timing there on the throw, on the little bubble screen out there to Beasy. Really nice.
Brought down by number 5.
And he was able to get to the sticks before Chris Cochran brought him down. Cochran, one of those linebackers. Of course, they would love to have Alex Tash linebacker. He will be playing that position at the next level, and he was a special player. Really emerged as a go-to offensive option this year, but the past 2 years he has been dynamite defensively. As Whipple gets 3 or 4.
Number 34, Castle
You keep taking that on 1st down if you're John Royane.
And
keeps you on schedule.
Michael Body, the tight end H-back for Penn-Trafford, had a fantastic block on the edge.
Penn-Trafford.
And Penn-Trafford's trading the tight end, trying to get an advantage on the flank here for Tasso Whipple to run the ball even more.
For many years, the tight end and the H-back have really been unsung heroes. They don't catch a lot of passes or run the football. They do a lot of blocking for Penn-Trafford, as Carr that time
11,
trying to
Derek
find a
Carr
hole,
was
never
the
really
quarterback
materialized.
Gain of about 6. Brought down by
And again,
number
but like
15,
Dom
Andy
Smith,
Cash.
like as you said last week, and today has emerged as a pass-catching threat.
And honestly, it's really needed this year because, last year they had Carmen Metcalf. He was a terrific receiver. Weissar has developed into the number 1, but they don't probably have a clear number 2 receiver. Giesi's come on a little bit, but Ponko has had, at least statistically, a disappointing sophomore campaign after he was so good as a freshman. Tyler Boss and Jesse Lisbon haven't really carved out a massive role. Direct snap to Whipple. And I don't think he's going to get there. It's going to short. It's going to bring up a 4th down. Now, we've already seen a field goal from Miller, but this seems like it would be really challenging, so I would expect the offense probably stays out.
Yeah, that's really good job at the point of attack. Backside 51, that was Scarton who made the play from the backside. Anthony Scarton. 4th and 2. 3 yards.
4th and 3 for Penn-Trafford.
A quick moving third quarter. Probably not a lot of possessions left in this game at this pace. And now Whipple's going to shift out. Louver looking to throw. Takes a shot down the field, and a great heads-up play to not intercepted by Tash.
Well, that saved 25 yards at least, right?
That's next level thinking by Andy Tash on 4th down. Yep. What a quarter he is having.
He would have caught the ball on about the 1 or 2 yard line. Very, very heads up on 4th down to knock it down. They're going to get the ball back on the 23 yard line, so that saved 21 yards by him knocking this down.
It was Whipple the intended target. You have to wonder, 4th and either a long 2 or a short 3. They throw it down looking for maybe the nail in the coffin type of shot there.
Great play by the safety, Tash.
And now a touchdown gives the Wildcats the lead.
A missed extra point is a factor here.
Sure is. Field goal won't be all that helpful right now. There's Tash offensively, and he is hammered, but stays on his feet. Was that Carr who tried to lower the boom? I don't know if maybe he contacted a teammate more than he hit Tash.
There were a couple defenders closing in. Carr, somebody else from the inside.
Oh, Yurt.
Yurt, 27. I think Yurt took Carr out.
Yurt kind of torpedoed himself there. Honestly, that's one that if he made solid contact, maybe he gets flagged for. 2nd and 4, Wetzel. He doesn't mind a physical play as he lowers the shoulder and comes up about a yard shy of the sticks.
Nice little, looked like a speed option there by Latrobe. Wetzel had the tailback Perhovich as a pitchman, but he lowered his shoulder, like you said, and gained a couple yards.
3rd and 1 for the Wildcats.
3rd and 1. They're set up in a pistol. Wetzel fakes it and wipes out. Well, Whipple got the penetration. Wetzel tried to sidestep him and just lost his footing, and it brings up 4th down. You have to punt it here, right?
Oh, yes.
It'll be 4th and 5 for the Wildcats.
He pulled it. I think he was going to try to throw it out there to the left, but Whipple had great penetration.
Number 99, Mitch Horner in the punt.
I'm not sure,
yeah, that receiver didn't look like he was running a route.
And if he gave it to Perhovic, I don't think he's getting that 1st down either. That's just well defended all around. Wobbly punt. And it's going to come to a stop at about the 40-yard line. So we'll take a break. 3rd quarter continues on WSN.
Down by the Wildcats at the 40-yard.
Hi, this is Chuck Honkus, and it's been my honor to serve you for nearly a decade as Penn Township Commissioner. Friday Night Football in Penn-Trafford is not just a game, it's a tradition that spans many generations. I am blessed to be a part of this special community with my family and friends. Good luck to the Penn-Trafford players, coaches, band, and cheerleaders on another great season. Paid for by friends of Chuck Honkus.
.21 seconds remain in the third quarter. Warriors have the possession. They have the lead. They're locked into the second place finish out of the Big East no matter what happens. Carr fakes the handoff on the jet sweep to Chepelik, takes it himself and gets about a yard.
Carr, quarterback keeper for a gain of
Bronson and Myers again, and Wetzel from a safety position. They've been zeroing in here on Carr in the second half in the quarterback run game for Carr.
That'll take it to the fourth quarter. Coming down to the wire, it appears 17-13 in favor of PT over Greater Latrobe on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
The caring and experienced professionals at Dobranick Funeral Home in Trafford are here to support you through this difficult time. Dobranick Funeral Home offers a range of personalized services to suit your family's wishes and requirements. You can count on their thoughtful staff to help you plan a personal, lasting tribute to your loved one while carefully guiding you through the many decisions that must be made during this challenging time. Call us at 412-372-3111. The Dobranick Funeral Home, a caring and experienced staff here to support you.
Every morning brings a new opportunity, a new chance to be great. But it's up to you to decide who you want to be. You can wake up and chase your dreams, or stay where you are and remain the same. The great ones keep pushing. The great ones do more. So, are you going to be great?
This fourth quarter is presented by D-Bat Pittsburgh East, a 20,000 square foot baseball and softball training facility, and it's coming to Westmoreland County. D-Bat is now booking cage rentals for local teams, leagues, and individuals. Visit dbatpiteast.com to learn more. That's Pitt, spelled P-I-T-T. Opening this winter in Export.
Second 9, Penn-Trafford on the 41-yard line.
Second down for the Warriors. 9 yards to go from the 41-yard line. They have a 4-point lead. Greater Latrobe, with the win, would really boost their postseason chances. And they could get some help from Woodland Hills as well. Whipple gets out of the Bronson tackle and then is forced out into the Wildcats side of things.
Big gain there. And again, Bodeye, the H-back, let him up here into the hole.
Some of these matchups between these teams have been pretty lopsided. When they last met in 2021, it was a 42-0 win for PT. They also won 48-14 the year prior, 39-7, 27-7, 42-16, 48-17. So basically what I'm trying to say is that it's usually lopsided in favor of Penn-Trafford. Maybe the score's a little misleading at the end as Whipple gets a run and a flag comes in behind the play. But it feels like it's a much more competitive game tonight than what we have typically seen in this recent history.
And again, another hold against Penn-Trafford that's going to come back.
Well, Septak was the one on the grass here. He can't believe it.
Oh, Butler couldn't believe his either.
We have a holding penalty on Penn-Trafford. The play will come back.
1st and 20. 2 big penalties here against Penn-Trafford. One negated a 65-yard touchdown run by Whipple.
We've played just a few seconds into this fourth quarter, but based on the way this game's going, it's a game where maybe we only get, 3 more possessions potentially. The
way they're running the football, both teams, the clock keeps moving.
Carr fakes a pass, shows a nice burst of speed, and then he's upended
Derek Carr
by
is the quarterback
Prahovic.
keeper.
Maybe a yard shy, although sometimes they just say first down.
No, that's the lead stick, Sean.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's the other one.
Yeah.
Well, they're not going to say first down then.
Crawl wanted to hold there against Septic again.
Yeah, remember, it was the, when I say remember, I'm telling myself to remember, the penalty on the holding. Greensburg-Salem up 14-6 over Southmoreland third quarter. That has major playoff implications in the 3A Interstate Conference. Handoff to Whipple. Look at him sidestep, and he will have a first down. Tasso Whipple. It's kind of interesting, the exchange. The handoff looked a little unusual, but Whipple made it work.
It'll be a Penn-Trafford first down.
That was first to 20. That's a pretty nice deal for Penn-Trafford. 2 runs, and you get a first down to negate the holding penalty.
Whipple had a Penn-Trafford record 300 rushing yards in a game against Hempfield last year. You mentioned he continues to climb up the list. 4th all-time in career rushing yards. 1st and 10 from the 37. Whipple again. And again, he gets out of a tackle in the backfield, and then Myers combines with Derenovich to bring him down. But what could have been maybe a 2-yard loss turns out to be about a 5-6 yard gain.
Whipple, I'll tell you what, he's taking some shots tonight from this Latrobe defense. He's going to be a sore guy tomorrow morning.
Keep in mind, he plays so much defensively as well.
He's going to be first in the whirlpool tomorrow.
He'll probably get some wrestling practice in maybe. And now it's Carr who's showing a strong running style, and he has a first down.
Gain of about 6.
The offensive line for Penn-Trafford is starting to impose its will. Taylor at left tackle, Septek at left guard, Ruby at center, Butler at right guard, and Brandon Long to right tackle, along with Bodeye at tight end.
So you know what it means to coach Greater Latrobe. For Ron Prady, when he took over this program that has really struggled, but he came from a championship winning program, is it something where you think he basically said, I want to kind of model Greater Latrobe after what Penn-Trafford's been doing successfully?
Well, I think everybody has coaching mentors.
And again, the Wildcats get penetration, but they can't get a tackle for loss. Carr somehow makes a little out of what could have been a negative play.
But if you go back to what we were talking about before that play, I think Coach Prady, their defense is very similar to Penn-Trafford's. Play a 3-4, both teams. And if you're going to model your program off of somebody in Westmoreland County, I think John Roraine would be a good guy to use as your model.
Yeah, and I think Greater Latrobe, we've seen during Prady's tenure, they want to first and foremost run the football. They want to win up front. Direct snap to Whipple. Nice cut between tackles for Whipple as he gets inside the 20, which means that the Warriors have entered the State Farm Insurance Red Zone. You can call Alex Hetrick, State Farm agent in Delmont, for your free quote, and he'll make a donation to your sports team. It's been a lengthy drive.
That's what you were saying at the beginning of the fourth quarter, how many more possessions. They've already taken 4 minutes off the clock.
And Greater Latrobe, we mentioned they're kind of modeled after Penn-Trafford. They're a team that prefers to grind it on the ground as opposed to air it out. So sometimes when you get down, especially if it's multiple scores, it becomes very challenging to try to come back.
And Latrobe hasn't had the ball much at all in the second half.
They do have points on a pick 6 from Andy Tash, and now Whipple pushed back by a slew of black jerseys. But I think they'll say it's a first down.
Yep, giving them the sticks.
This has been methodical. This has been
number 10, John Wetzel.
Almost, I would say, kind of a helpless feeling for Greater Latrobe. You're not getting gashed for big gains, but you're consistently giving up 3, 4, 5 yards at a time, and if that keeps happening, it's going to be a lot of first downs.
And Latrobe is getting some penetration, but they haven't been able to corral Whipple in the backfield or Carr.
And we've seen a lot of Carr. He's in a quarterback now. Fakes the handoff. Flag comes in on the play at the line of scrimmage, and now one that is finally a tackle for loss. We'll see if it stands. By the way, if he's been in the game, I haven't called his name. Ben Grabowski, conspicuous by his absence.
Cody Crawl.
It's a sideline warning. Now, that's one of those things. Why do they throw the flag as the play's going on?
I have no idea. I mean, okay, I've always thought that. I said, why do you throw a flag? It's not a penalty. Just tell the guy after the play, back up.
They threw the flag right on the snap, which
Yeah.
to me, if you're an offensive player, maybe you're thinking it's an offside or something. It could be a little misleading.
Yes, for sure.
So now back to the 20 after that loss. Now it's Louver who's going to run. Look at Johnny Louver showing some shiftiness before Cochran finally put an end to it.
Nice cut there by Louver. At first, I thought that was Carr again, but Louver, like you said, shifty run.
Yeah, he's an athlete. He's a basketball and baseball player. Obviously, he's an experienced football player as well. And the seniors for Penn-Trafford are known very well by Ron Prady. He was on the staff when those seniors were freshmen.
When they won
state title, yep.
Yeah, state title in 21.
Yep, first ever WPL title, and then they capped it off with a stunning overtime win against Imhotep Charter the last year that the state championships were held in Hershey. From the 13. Whipple. And again, doesn't go down on first contact. Castillo ultimately brought him down.
Gain of about 3. Brought down by number 50.
Over half the fourth quarter's been gone on this drive.
You could not sometimes, as crazy as it sounds, you'd rather not score quickly. Like, this is a drive where if they get 7 points off of it, it's much preferable than just a 60-yard pass on the first play of the drive.
They're going to kick a field goal here, attempt a field goal.
37-yard.
Well, it's Jack Miller, who has already made one much further than this. 27-yarder is good. A big kick for Miller. It is now 20-13, a 7-point lead for PT here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
13 for the Wildcats.
This is Dr. Mark Graytalk with Graytalk Family Vision Care.
Hi, this is Dr. Brian Graytalk, and I'm happy to announce our newest location in the Penn-Trafford area on Route 130.
Over the years, we have cared for families in Greensburg and Ligonier. We're very excited about our new location.
We carry designer glasses, bifocal contacts, and dry eye therapies.
Graytalk Family Vision Care, where I care means I care.
We care, Dad. Call 724-744-8804.
The John V. Graziano Funeral Home on North 2nd Street in Jeanette proudly serves families in the Jeanette community. The Graziano Funeral Home focuses on traditional and non-traditional services, including funerals, cremation, memorial services, military services, grief support, and pre-planning. Please call us at 724-523-5433. The John V. Graziano Funeral Home in Jeanette, creating a meaningful service to honor the life and memory of your loved one.
A squib kick fielded at the 14-yard line by the Wildcats. Here's a burst up the middle by Gasky. And the kicker forces him out. Jack Miller pushed Vince Gasky out. But he has set up the Wildcats with great field position. The average is better than 19 per kick return, and he more than doubled his return yardage on that one.
Not the result that Penn-Trafford wanted on that skip. It took a real nice hop. Gasky fielded it like a shortstop and hit it straight ahead.
It's interesting you say that. He's a baseball player. I don't know that he's a shortstop, but he's a baseball player. And so the 35 in Warriors territory. Greater Latrobe is down 7. And Wetzel's going to run it. And he's going to go backwards. Great job of Penn-Trafford and Briggs, who had that big tackle on 4th down for a turnover on downs.
This is only the second drive that Latrobe has had in the second half.
We can speculate on some crazy things before they happen because we're broadcasters. Coaches don't want to do that. But Greater Latrobe gets a touchdown. Do they go for 2?
they have to win the ball game. I think if they have a 2-point play that they're comfortable with and confident in, yeah, they'll go for it.
An interesting defensive set here. The Warriors had 6 guys all parallel with one another. Deep shot into double coverage. Incomplete. Boss and Carr. Boss is a terrific defensive back. It was Tash, the intended receiver. Tyler Boss has 4 interceptions. He's a guy that just really, I don't think has been tested much tonight.
That was put out there. Tash had a shot to come down with it. He may have got his hand on it second. Then Carr threw it away onto the sideline. But good coverage by Boss and Carr.
I asked John Ruane about Boss in the pregame, and he raved about the junior. Said he plays fast at corner. 3rd and 11. Handoff. And Prahovic, that is an interesting play call. I would certainly think that they're going to have to keep the offense out here.
Oh, definitely. They were trying to get about half of it. And they may punt them deep here. They still have all 3 timeouts left, right?
They will call upon Horner.
Maybe a fake, huh?
Well, no one's back deep, so if it is a fake, the Warriors should be well positioned, and now Carr's going to kind of creep back.
Number 11.
This is going to be a directional kick or a pooch kick. Coffin corners, we used to call it.
It does not go inside the 10. So the idea there is you can get the football back, and you hope that you get it maybe at about the same field position from where you punted it, but that kick actually goes out at the 21. So that nets 13 yards.
Obviously, they got to use their timeouts here now on defense. Save as much clock as they can, Latrobe here.
55-14, Dairy area falls against York. Trinity up by 10, 31-21 on Bell Vernon in 4A. Winner of that one into the postseason. There's a burst by Whipple.
I think we're going to see a lot of Whipple here in the last 3.5 minutes.
So here's the concern if you're Greater Latrobe. You punt the football away, there's a chance you don't get the football back. We saw, what was that, about 7-minute drive?
Yeah, because started at the end of the 3rd quarter and ended with the field goal. So Latrobe has run 6 plays, I think, if I'm not mistaken, in the second half.
Yeah, the last Warriors drive spanned over 7 minutes. They need just to kill 3 more minutes here, and they have a 2nd and 1. So a first down will help that cause tremendously. Whipple trying to string it out, and he didn't get the first down.
But he avoided,
maybe got back to the line, but that's one where if it's 2nd and 1, you just kind of have to turn it upfield immediately, right?
Yeah, there was some penetration there by Myers again, I think, for Latrobe. And a good play by Whipple. What are they doing? They giving him a first down.
The run was good enough for Penn-Trafford.
What in the world? And now a timeout. We'll take one as well. Try to figure it out. First down PT, late stages, 4th quarter on WSN.
Money is more than a number or your bank account balance. Money is one of the culminations of your life's work. We at Hoffman Wealth Management want to learn about who you are, hear your goals, your dreams, and what you want to do in your life. We're more than just financial advisors. We're your partners on life's path. Hoffman Wealth Management views ourselves as an extension of your team. Contact us today to embark on a partnership that puts your goals and aspirations at the forefront.
Whipple had.
So it is a first down, and I'm not sure what prompted that to be a first down. It looked like Whipple was in danger of having about a 5-yard loss, and then he turned it up, and I thought maybe got close to the line of scrimmage. But obviously the refs are right down there. They have a better angle than we do. But that is a massive first down. It forces the Cats to use their first timeout. And kind of a funky looking play. It looked like some guys weren't even moving when the ball was snapped, but it gets about 3 yards, and the Cats will take another timeout. So will we. 2:25 left in the 4th.
brought down by number 2.
Cheer on your favorite school in style this season with shirts, hoodies, caps, and a whole lot more from Logo It by L&J Spiritwear. Stop into Logo It's fully stocked store on Walnut Street in Harrison City, where you can browse the latest fits featuring Penn-Trafford, Norwin, Hempfield, and Jeanette High Schools. Logo It also designs custom uniforms and apparel. Open Tuesday through Saturday or online anytime at lnjspiritwear.com.
Sean Myers, John Bainbridge here on the call. Let's go through some scenarios here, John. It was 4th and about 9 or 10 yards for Greater Latrobe, and the Wildcats punted it from around the 35 on the plus side of midfield. They only netted 13 yards on the punt as it went out at the 22. Now they have to wonder, can we get the football back?
Well, they only have one more timeout left. They obviously, Penn-Trafford, they're going to take a timeout after this play. If Penn-Trafford gets one more first down, the game's over.
Which is why it was a major risk to give the football up. Now, it's probably not high percentage on 4th and long. Whipple doing what he's done all night, running hard, and he's close. He's probably a yard short, although I don't want to say that definitively. And now I think the Wildcats have taken their last timeout. So, as you said, they get the first down here. Game's basically over because Greater Latrobe would have no possibility to stop it. But then you go back to the decision to give the football up. I know it's easy to say now, seeing how this drive has gone. Was that, in your estimation, the right decision at that time?
Well, obviously, Coach Brady, is showing some confidence in his defense there. And like you said, if it was 4th and 2, there's no way they're putting the ball. But 4th and 9, that's a low percentage. They tried to play the field position game to pin Penn-Trafford down in there, which I think was a wise choice. The only problem here is Penn-Trafford has Whipple, who gained 4 yards on his own there after contact.
And
he dragged some people.
I'm sure he's wishing Horner, the punter, maybe could have got it inside the 10, and then it becomes much more challenging to get the yardage.
Definitely.
3rd and 2. Wildcats almost certainly need a stop here. And Whipple will take a direct snap. 3rd and 1 now. And Whipple's got the first down and more. What a night for Tasso Whipple as he gives a fresh set of downs for PT. And as we near 2 minutes left, the outlook becomes bleak for the home team.
Down by number 20, Danny Noonan.
Nice job again up front
John Wet.
by the line of Penn-Trafford. In this second half, they have been very, very powerful up front.
The game scenario is a little different, but this drive is very reminiscent of the last drive. No massive plays, but consistently moving forward and picking up first downs and using a heck of a lot of clock.
And everything on the ground, right? I don't think the ball's been in the air for a long time here for Penn-Trafford.
After Louver threw that pick 6, we saw a lot of Carr. They're just going to kneel on this one. And at this point, John Ruane's crunched the numbers, and he knows there's nothing Greater Latrobe can do. And for the Wildcats,
yep, 3 times 40 is 2 minutes, so they got to snap it 2 more times.
It doesn't completely erase any hope for a postseason, but it becomes a heck of a lot less likely. They would have to find, I guess the committee would have to pick Greater Latrobe over Gateway based on Greater Latrobe beating Gateway, but the Gators are going to win the tiebreaker in terms of the actual standings with the point system, assuming that Kiski does not knock off Woodland Hills.
And Woodland Hills was winning early, I thought, right? 14-0.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get a score at some point on that game before we sign off, but it was 21-0 in the third quarter at last check. So
one more snap Penn-Trafford has to use.
Penn-Trafford takes the knee.
And that will do it. It was not an easy win for the Warriors, but they score a big one as they have a heck of a lot of momentum heading to the playoffs. And now we will see Ruane and Brady, 2 head coaches and 2 very good friends. And you know, This has to be an interesting dynamic for them. You see Brady with the visor. And he has so much respect for Tasso Whipple. He has even more for John Ruane. A hug there as the Warriors make the trek to Latrobe, and they win 20-13 here at Memorial Stadium. We'll step aside, but don't go anywhere. We will have the post game coming up. We'll name our Dom's Pizzeria player of the game, give our final thoughts as the Warriors continue to build momentum heading to the playoffs. Winners of 6 in a row. They knock off Greater Latrobe right here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Don't let this winter season take its toll on you. Let Level Green Plumbing and Heating help. Whether you're in need of a new heating system or just repair services or preventative maintenance, Level Green Plumbing and Heating skilled technicians can handle any job. Serving the Penn Township and surrounding area for over 30 years. It's Level Green Plumbing and Heating, Route 130 in Level Green. To find out how they can help you this winter, call 412-372-5544 or lgph.com. Go Warriors! Shula General Contractors specializes in transforming the most important space, your home. With our team, your kitchen, bathroom, basement remodel, deck, or addition will be constructed by licensed, insured professionals. We also have extensive background in new home construction with building lots available in Penn Township. As an approved VA builder, we make life at home easier for our most deserving heroes. Call 724-744-4290 or ShulaContractors.com.
Your next golf adventure awaits at Manor Valley Golf Course in Export. Manor Valley offers 18 scenic holes over gentle sloping fairways and the purest putting surfaces around. Manor Valley Golf Course in Export is the perfect place to host your next golf outing, banquet party, or shower. Manor Valley also offers league play and great membership rates. Tee times available. Call 724-744-4242. Visit ManorValleyGC.com.
Coming winter 2024, DBAT Pittsburgh East will be bringing the DBAT Sports family to Pittsburgh's East neighborhoods, featuring a 20,000 square foot state-of-the-art baseball and softball training facility with 4 dual Fungoman automatic pitching machines, 9 lesson cages featuring the best training tech in the game, including pro-sized baseball and fast-pitch bullpens, elite speed, strength, and agility coaching, professional baseball and softball instruction, 50-plus camps, clinics, party room, and a pro shop powered by pro-preferred brands Rawlings and Easton. Now offering Founders Club memberships. Learn more at dbatpiteast.com.
A gutsy win on the road for Penn-Trafford, 20-13. The Warriors knock off the Wildcats in this Class 5A battle, so the final regular season marks 8-2, 5-1 for PT. Greater Latrobe finishes the regular season at 5-5, 2-4. So, first off, before we really break down the ins and outs of this game, Woodland Hills has defeated Kiski area 24-6. That's good news for Greater Latrobe. If the Cavaliers had won, no doubt with a Greater Latrobe loss, Kiski would be the team in, or at least they would be ahead of Greater Latrobe. With them losing, and with Gateway winning against Hempfield, but playing non-conference, it's going to be a 3-way tie between Wildcats, Cavaliers, and Gators, all finishing 2-4. I am not smart enough to figure out all of the tiebreaker things, but from what I saw from Don Rebel, Gateway will win that 3-way tiebreaker. That doesn't mean that the committee has to pick Gateway.
Exactly, yeah.
Greater Latrobe defeated Gateway just last week, but if they go by the team that wins the tiebreaker, and Hempfield is actually beating Gateway now, which, by the way, I don't know for sure if that's going to have implications, but if I'm a committee member and I look at that, I would say, well, maybe that's a knock on Gateway. So if Gateway, for the conference purposes, wins the tiebreaker, they finish ahead of Greater Latrobe. It would be a little bold of the committee to pick the Wildcats based on that, but they could make the argument they beat Gateway.
Exactly.
But then the Kiski faithful will be saying, we beat Greater Latrobe. So I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know that anyone knows, but it certainly seems like with Kiski and Greater Latrobe losing tonight, it probably helps Gateway, win or lose, since they're playing out of conference.
I don't think there's anybody that will say, hey, I wish we went back to the Gardner point system, because I think there's a lot of pressure on the committee for these wild card spots, especially in 5A. I think the third wild card spot, I think the first two are probably set with Moon and South Fayette.
Yeah, obviously the winner of that one will get a better seed, but we think both of those teams will be in, and then they would just ignore the Northern Conference altogether.
And Armstrong is beating Franklin tonight.
Yes, so that will not change in terms of which teams get into the playoffs, but it's going to hurt likely the seeding for Franklin Regional, whereas this one will help the seeding for Penn-Trafford. So there's a lot of factors here. We're going to find out tomorrow how it all plays out, but if you're Ron Brady, you probably aren't super confident right now that your team's going to get another game, and that's the difficult thing, is that you head back to the locker room and go home tonight, and no one really knows what's going to happen.
But there's pros and cons both ways. When you're talking Latrobe being the wild card, Gateway being the wild card, and you could say, well, Latrobe, we beat you last week 28-27. Then Kiski beat Latrobe, 38-13 or something like that. So there's some
36-13. So it was, at least final score was fairly lopsided.
Yes.
Yeah, so, I mean, all those things they look at, they also, can probably say which team played the best down the stretch. Well, that would be Kiski area. So it's an interesting dynamic. And, again, they don't have to take any of the teams if they don't want to. They could pick whoever they want from whatever conference. They could pick 3 wild cards from the same conference. They could pick no wild cards from a conference. Who knows? Nonetheless, let's speak on the stuff that we do know. First off, big win for Penn-Trafford. They finished second place in the Big East Conference. They will be in the playoffs. I think they've probably done enough to earn a home playoff game, although it would be shocking if they were to get a first-round bye. They'll likely have to play somewhere between the 5 and 12 matchup, as the first 4 seeds will get a bye. So they have some real momentum heading now to the postseason. It feels like they're peaking at the right time.
Yes, and the thing about, you're talking playing football in November, PT does that well. They run the football, they play solid defense, and Tassa Whipple and Derek Carr are 2 fine runners, and the offensive line from Penn-Trafford has really improved as the year has gone on. And tonight they exerted their will in the second half.
It's time to pick our Dom's Pizzeria player of the game. Dom's Pizzeria on Cabot Avenue in Trafford. Made fresh. Call 412-372-DOMS for takeout or delivery. Our player of the game will receive a free pizza from Dom's, courtesy of Dom Pecora, the defensive backs coach with Penn-Trafford in his first year after serving as a head coach for many years at East Allegheny. John, our choice for Dom's Pizzeria player of the game is
one of Coach Pecora's safeties, Derek Carr, pick 6, plus offensively ran the ball very, very well. Plus on defense, besides the pick 6, had many, many tackles tonight for Penn-Trafford.
It certainly felt like early he was all over the field, and that pick 6 probably the biggest play of the game. Both teams had a pick 6, but the 14-0 lead just about 6 minutes into the game for Penn-Trafford proved the difference. They never gave up that advantage. Greater Latrobe threatened late, but ultimately they punted the football away, facing a 4th and long. They never got it back because the Warriors were able to run out the clock. Final thoughts before we wrap up the final regular season game here of 2024.
We've talked a lot about Penn-Trafford, and obviously a big win tonight to close out the regular season, but there's a lot to be said for the effort that Latrobe put out tonight. Latrobe fought tooth and nail from the beginning of the game. Big interception return against them, put them behind the 8 ball early, but they fought the whole way right down to the end, and the Latrobe faithful should be proud of the effort that that their football team put out tonight.
And I'm sure that football team hopes that the committee took notice of how competitive this game was. That's going to do it here from Memorial Stadium. I want to thank both head coaches, Ron Brady and John Ruane, for the Wildcats and Warriors, respectively. For videographer Chris Smith, for producer Dan Flickinger, for John Bainbridge, my partner Sean Myers, signing off, telling you the final score, Penn-Trafford 20, Greater Latrobe 13. Thanks for tuning into our coverage tonight and all season long right here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.